Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate?
Yes!
Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Welcome to Podcast 225. Today we have a scenario question. It looks yummy. I'm going to try my best to answer it. Remember, if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. Also, if you're thinking about my coaching program, jump on in, have a conversation with me, or just sign up and get in the program. Let's get you trained. Get you to on the other side of the buying the houses or wanting to buy the houses thing. It is pretty fun. Here we go. It's a scenario question, so here we go. I'm working on a deal where the primary owner is a family trust, but the secondary owner on title is no one they have ever heard of. The family with the trust is dealing with a shady realtor who actually lost her license. The family's theory is that the shady realtor may have added someone to the title without the family's consent. If this is the case, one, how do I find out if this person was fraudulently placed as a secondary owner? Or two, how do I go about removing someone who is fraudulently placed on title? Family of the trust is ready to sell and sign as soon as possible. So I'm starting off by running a prelim to look further and getting the trust documents. Well, a couple different ways you can go around this and do this. The first thing I would do is I would get a hold of the title company that insured the transferring deed originally. So someone, unless it was a quick claim, if it's quick claim, well, there's no insurance. But if someone probably insured that, so I'd get a hold of that title company. And easy way you find out who they are, by the way, is their logos and their names are on the recording documents. So in most occasions. So call those people up and just say, hey, who in the heck is John Doe? The other thing you could do is if there was a realtor, because you use the word realtor, call the ombudsman at the local realtors, board of realtors office. So it's ombudsman. That's the person who is like the police officer for the board of realtors, and have a conversation with him or her. They're an impartial party, kind of. So they're going to look into it for you and find out some things as well. It's free. Don't worry about it. Just call the ombudsman. Second, you could, or third, most states have a real estate fraud fund. And so contact your state, see if they have a fraud fund, and see if there's anything that they can do on your behalf. I wouldn't necessarily make a claim or report something to the Department of Real Estate yet, unless the ombudsman comes back and says, oh my goodness gracious, this person defrauded you. But I'd find out if there's a fund and what the things are about that. What do you do? Kind of stuff. Fourth thing, most all realtors have a E&O insurance policy. Errors and omissions. Find out who that was, and see if you have any rights there. You indicated it was a realtor who lost her license. You didn't indicate if that realtor was a broker or an agent. If it's an agent, then go back to the broker who's ultimately responsible and find out from them what they think they need to do. So there's all kinds of things you can start, digging in and finding some things out. The reality is are you doing too much work? Keep in mind, you have to be paid for everything you do. Every time you lift a piece of paper, lift a pencil, lift the telephone, you've got to be paid for it. Above and beyond what normal is. So if normal is 30% of the value is your normal compensation for buying and selling a piece of property, and you start going outside of that normal, well, you're just like an attorney. The bill's just adding up. And the other thing you might want to do is get it under contract now, so you have the right to buy it. Because what happens sometimes is you do all of the legwork, present the solutions to the seller, and guess what? They no longer need you because you've just educated them on how to take care of the problem. Well, why don't you do a $0 to the seller transfer with a seller carryback, their proceeds, conditioned upon this second person being removed from title. Pretty simple there. Hey, I want to buy it. I'm ready to take title. I want to take control. I want to get this problem solved. And I will give you the money upon condition of the second person being removed and being an insurable act. So, do that. Fall forward. But don't do so much work that you lose the opportunity to do and buy another house. Okay, does that make any sense? So if you do so much work on this house that you could have bought 3 other houses and made 30% on each one or 90%, don't take away from your pocket or checkbook putting so much energy in a house like this. So yeah, it's unfortunate someone may have been shady here. However, it may not have been. It may have been a legitimate, they just don't remember kind of issue. But if it's shady, it's shady. There's all kinds of things you can do about it. Thank you for that podcast question. I appreciate it. You guys, I do appreciate you guys. I don't say it enough. I know I don't. But I do. I love it. I love the iTunes reviews. I love hearing what you have to say. Until tomorrow, you guys take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.